So, welcome to another fanfiction idea, and this time around we're going to be doing something a little more interesting. This is going to be a DC comic based off of a Marvel event. Now, if you guys know, I really love the Marvel event Acts of Vengeance. Acts of Vengeance was basically a straightforward event. It was more or less the Marvel villains got together and it's like, you go fight him, you go fight her, that sort of thing. So, I was basically thinking, wouldn't it be interesting if we took it on its head and made that event into a DC event? Like, what if the DC villains all got together and were like, let's just switch villain, let's just switch heroes. So, yeah, that's kind of what the story is. So, so we're going to talk about, like, a DC comic version of Acts of Vengeance. So, let's dive right into it. So, the story basically is that Lex Luthor has brought together all the villains again in, like, the Legion of Doom, and everyone's like, oh boy, here we go. What's the great plan here, Lex? And Lex is going, you know, a thought occurred to me the other day. Why do we keep bothering fighting the heroes, even if we're united? You know, they know how to fight us. Like, we've been around fighting them for so long, and occasionally we do cross paths with other of our enemies, but, like, the problem is that they are too coordinated because they know us. They always, whenever a fight breaks, he's like, look, listen, whenever a fight breaks out, who do the Justice League go after? The people they know. So what if we just turn the table and just have all our rogues, all of us, because there's more of us than there are of them, why don't we just turn the table and switch dance partners? And everyone's like, holy shit, why didn't we think of that sooner? Let's do this! So, that's the story, is that the Legion of Doom all switch heroes. And a lot of them do, like, switch partners a lot. So, let's get into it. So, starting off, who is taking on Superman? Like, who is, the big one that they had to take out was Superman. And while Lex is like, I really wanted to take on Superman, he already knows me, but Lex basically takes a back seat to all of this, and he does get a hero to fight, but not yet. I'll talk about that in a moment. So, who is the villain that takes on Superman? It's Cersei, Wonder Woman's arch nemesis. So Cersei, in here, kidnaps Lois Lane, hides her away, actually turns her into a cat, and makes herself look like Lois, and more or less ruin, like, because she doesn't know that Clark Kent is Superman, but she knows that he loves Lois, and Clark is tied to the Daily Planet somehow. Like, Superman is tied to the Daily Planet, he's got friends there, so she's like, if I ruin enough of these people's lives, Superman will have to come out here, or Superman might be one of them. So that's what Cersei does, is basically wreck Clark's life from the inside out. Is like, make, like, Lois is, like, berating Clark, being cruel to him, like, even more so than usual, and yes, they are married, so he's like, what the hell's going on here? He's also, like, she's also, they're also, like, Cersei uses her magic to, like, make it look like Clark has embezzled from the company, from the Daily Planet, things like that. Just kind of like born again Superman to a whole another degree, because Clark, Superman nor Clark Kent know how to fight a legal battle. So there is the first one. There is, Cersei taking on Superman. Batman was another one, and Batman was like, when I was thinking of this, like, who should fight, like, what villain should fight Batman, I was already like, I already know, that's the first one. And the villain that goes to fight Batman is literally the one that makes him go, anyone but him. Like, Batman literally goes, anyone but him, and that person is Black Manta. Yeah, Black Manta goes to Gotham, and Batman's like, I literally could have I literally wanted anyone. Like, I would have taken, like, Metallo or something. I would have taken anybody but him, because he knows that Manta is just as skilled, as lethal, and as intelligent as he is. And Manta is a dude who goes around fighting a guy who has strength on par with Superman. So he already knows that, you know, Manta is someone that he didn't want to fight. So Batman and Black Manta is the one going after Batman. You also have some cadre of villains going after Green Lantern, like Scarecrow is one of them to send after Hal Jordan. You have like Scarecrow who's using fear against Hal, even though Scarecrow's like, yeah, I can't physically fight Green Lantern. The hell are you thinking? I'm just a dude. Like, I wouldn't take him on, but fear toxin. And yeah, so you have Scarecrow, and yeah, fear is the ultimate enemy of, you know, the Green Lantern willpower, so it makes sense. You also have, on the flip side, you have the Flash, who is taking on Hector Hammond. So Hector Hammond is a Green Lantern villain who's a mental mastermind, and Barry does have like some experience, obviously, with Grodd, but like at the same time, Hector Hammond is a dude who's like Grodd doesn't do a lot. Like, Grodd is like child's play compared to me, because you know what's faster than the speed of light? A thought, asshole. For Diana, Diana is settled with Mongol. Yeah, Diana and Mongol have a history, of course, if you've read For the Man Who Has Everything. So Diana and Mongol, as well as like they send like several people to go after Diana. Like they send Metallo. They send like some, not like Doomsday or Bane, but like big, heavy, strong-arm guys, like Tar Pit and all of them. Like they send like a lot of people to go after Diana to match her physically. As for others, we have the Rogues Gallery, the Flash villains, taking on Martian Manhunter. You have Joker against the Question. Yeah, Joker and Question. What I thought was like, yeah, the Joker and Question should face off. Just to see like who can out-crazy the other. Green Arrow, Bane takes on Green Arrow. Yeah, because that was like, I broke the bat, I can break the bow. And Oliver's like, oh, fuck me. Aquaman is Lex Luthor takes on Aquaman, and Luthor basically like just chokeholds Aquaman in his kingdom, like his aquatic kingdom, and Atlantis is like being like LexCorp is building like an oil rig purposefully near protected waters, thanks to the UN and Atlantis making deals. But now he's like, oh, I've got permits, the UN will back me. He's like just digging the knife, like the political knife into Arthur, just to like really mess with him. Like he's just really like digging in the knife into Arthur. As for others, you have Deathstroke taking on, Deathstroke takes on Hawkman. Yeah, Deathstroke and Hawkman go at it. The Shadow Thief, aka the Hawkman, one of Hawkman's villains. Shadow Thief goes after, who was it? Oh, he's one of the ones who goes after, because sometimes they'll send multiple villains after one hero, because like I said, there's more of them than there are of you, there are more villains than there are heroes. Let's see, the Teen Titans are attacked by, attacked by, who was it? Oh, right. It was Calabac. Yeah, they got Calabac. So yeah, Calabac takes on the Teen Titans. You also have like Mr. Miracle and Barda face Poison Ivy. Like several Superman villains go at. Like it's just a mess. Like it's just a bunch of heroes and villains fighting, like a bunch of heroes. And that's the other thing, is that the whole point of this was to uncoordinate the Justice League and every hero, because yeah, if you would really think about it, and Old Man Logan proved this, is like, if you just set everybody on the same page, like if you just had every villain go, enough with the bullshit, let's just go at them and attack with everything, it would probably work. So that was kind of the whole... And yeah, the closest was with Acts of Vengeance, but, you know, when you put Magneto and the Red Skull on the same team, shit kind of hits the fan. And also, you know, Doctor Doom and Kingpin were basically playing a dick measuring contest the whole fucking time. And that's why it kind of fell in on itself. But again, Old Man Logan, even though it is alternate universe, kind of proved that plot could work. So yeah, there you go. That's my DC comic version of Acts of Vengeance. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this version of Acts of Vengeance? Do you guys like it, hate it? And what heroes and villains would you have mashed up in the DC universe? Like, what DC villains would you love to see go after a DC hero, a member of the Justice League, or Teen Titans, or Justice Society, or whatever? So just comment below, let me know. And as always, if you're new here, subscribe. If you're here and haven't done already, I left a link in the description below for my Patreon. There's some videos on there already, including a new fanfiction idea that came out yesterday. I posted it there, and some other videos regarding some updated topics. So once again, it would be a great help. Just click the link below, become a Patreon for some exclusive videos, and soon live streams over on Patreon. So, other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.